DJ Moore just got the bag, and this is a guy that deserves it. I mean, he's the 7th highest paid receiver now, 3rd in guaranteed. And that's what, Ryan Poles does with these contracts. They're always going to be really high with guaranteed. Players care about guaranteed money. That's the thing. And he's always rewarded his players in that, category. Players are getting paid higher than DJ Moore. But in these conversations, DJ Moore didn't care about being the highest paid receiver. He didn't care about getting $35 million a year. He settled for $27 million a year. This is great value for a receiver with a good quarterback, with a good offense that could be one of the best in the NFL. I think he's in the top 5 receivers. Obviously, this year, 6th, in receiving yards, with Justin Fields missing 4 games and an offensive coordinator that really wasn't that good. And he didn't have too many guys around him drawing attention other than Cole Kmet. This next season, though, Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze, Cole Kmet, Gerald Everett, DeAndre Swift out the backfield. So he's going to have guys that are going to take a lot of pressure off of him to be that number 1 guy consistently, that number 1 guy getting separation, all that. So really happy the Bears got this deal done. DJ Moore had 2 years left on his contract, $32 million, 2-year, $32 million deal from Carolina that came over with Chicago. So signing this 4-year extension puts him on the Bears roster for the next 6 years. And this is really exciting because Caleb Williams, you look at all the players, Caleb Williams has Cole Kmet for 4 years, Rome Odunze for 4 years, and DJ Moore as his number 1 receiver for 6 years. So every year of his development and as he grows as a quarterback, he has weapons galore. You have 2 receivers. I mean, Rome Odunze could be a number 1 receiver option at some point where his development and, the trajectory of the potential, the ceiling he could reach could be, because Rome Odunze is that good. He has the speed, he has the hands, he has the size, he has everything you need a receiver to have. And if he would have been in another draft class, he would have been the number 1 receiver taken. Marvin Harrison obviously is a really good receiver, but Rome Odunze, Malik Neighbors, I mean, this draft class for receivers was crazy. But Rome Odunze was probably my 2nd favorite receiver coming out of the draft. So Ryan Poles has done a great job adding, those pieces around Caleb Williams and sustaining it for as long as Caleb Williams needs until he's Patrick Mahomes, until he's a guy that could win a Super Bowl with Kadarius Toney, Scatling, all these guys, pieces not being adequate around him. So Caleb Williams is going to have a plethora of weapons. Keenan Allen too. DJ Moore, one of the things he said in his press conference is he asked Keenan Allen, "What is your number?" And he feels confident. He's not going to say what Keenan Allen's response was and what his number is, but he feels confident that the Bears are going to get a deal done with Keenan Allen. And I would be 100% for that too. Keenan Allen, 2-year extension for him. I mean, he's going to love playing with Caleb. It seems like him and DJ Moore are building a good relationship. Rome Odunze, he's going to be able to help him get to his level. And you have your receiver coach that you had for 3 years that you're comfortable with. So the Chicago Bears is a good spot for him to, play out his career. So 2-year extension, I'd sign him to that, and I'd try to keep him a Bear as long as possible because a young quarterback needs a receiver like Keenan Allen, a guy that is like another quarterback on the field who's smart as fuck, who's going to help him get better and help him be to the level of, we've seen Phillip Rivers, a talented quarterback in the league, Justin Herbert, how his development has been over the course. It's because having a guy like Keenan Allen, a guy that you could go to on 3rd down, a guy you could trust, a security blanket, all that. Keenan Allen's going to be that for Caleb Williams, at least for this season. And yeah, I would try to keep him as long as possible. But Ryan Poles, what he's done with this roster, the construction of, setting the groundwork, it's been there. But the future looks amazing. You have Montez Sweat for 4 years. You have Jalen Johnson for 4 years. Darnell Wright for 4 years. You have, at every position, you have a key piece, a key young guy moving forward for the next couple of years. So Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards are going to be here for at least 2 years. Edwards, I think we should get him an extension too because he's better than Edmonds in my opinion. Just tackling, leadership, playmaking. But Edmonds really had a really good year this year. He's going to be here for 3 more years. So we have our linebacker core intact. Ryan Poles has just set himself up beautifully. Now DJ Moore, 6 years with the Bears, guaranteed. I expect him to get another deal with them after the 6 years. Let's make him a Bear for the rest of his career. But before in Carolina, He had 5,200 yards receiving in his career with Carolina, and that's higher than the Bears' all-time receiver Johnny Morris, who had 5,000 yards, a little bit over, I think 5,100. So he had more career yards than the Bears' all-time receiver. He could come to Chicago in these 6 years. I think all he needs is 600 yards over the next couple seasons to break that all-time record. He could be the Bears' best receiver of all time. Brandon Marshall, Jeffrey, they had some good seasons, but they didn't sustain it. They weren't with the Bears long enough. Jeffrey wasn't. Brandon Marshall wasn't. So DJ Moore, being the receiver he is, the yak monster, creating separation like he does, always fucking open. In terms of like last season, he didn't get as many targets as he should per game, but I think Waldron will give him that. You look at the targets and the touches that Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf got in Seattle. DJ Moore's going to get that over the next couple seasons that Shane Waldron is here with the Bears. So DJ Moore's going to get targets. He should get probably 10, 15 targets a game, however you can do it. He should get 10 targets at the very minimum. Keenan Allen's going to get targets, but DJ Moore, I think he's going to put up another career year. Him and Caleb Williams are going to have a better connection than Justin Fields had with DJ Moore. And that's saying a lot, because when DJ Moore was targeted by Justin Fields had the highest QBR in the NFL. That's fucking crazy. That speaks to how underrated DJ Moore is. Always fucking open, always catching the ball, and he's taking it for 6 every time, 14 yards per reception. So DJ Moore, I think he's going to break records with the Bears. He's going to break that all-time receiving record, and career year after career year, I think, with Caleb Williams in this offense. I think he has all the traits, all the intangibles, the character-wise. He's a great leader in this locker room. He's a great team player. He's going to help, Caleb Williams get to his next level, and Caleb Williams is going to feed him the ball. Seems like they're building a nice little relationship too. If you've seen, Caleb Williams post and shout out DJ Moore getting his deal, slapping him on the back of the head. That shit was funny. But it seems like they're building a good relationship. I mean, DJ Moore said Caleb Williams is going to be an excellent player. He's going to be a superstar, and he wants to be a part of that. I mean, DJ Moore finally having that, consistency at the quarterback position. Thought we were going to get it with Justin Fields, but 12 starting quarterbacks in his career. Cam Newton was the best quarterback he had. And he's finally going to have a quarterback. Caleb Williams is going to be here for the long haul. 6 years in his next contract. DJ Moore is going to have the same quarterback throwing them the ball, the same touches. The relationship's going to be there. So when it's all said and done, DJ Moore is going to be a Bear. He's going to break all the records possible, and Ryan Poles does it again. But I would want him to get an extension done with, Keenan Allen. I would want him to stay with the Chicago Bears for maybe 2 or 3 more years, because he's coming off his best season last year with the Chargers.